Hello and welcome. My name is Adriana and I will be your yoga instructor today. I have been practicing yoga personally for about 10 years, and during the pandemic I got my yoga teacher training done online. I was also volunteering here for that period of time, and upon completion I was offered a job here working at Renaissance teaching yoga to all of you. I've been so grateful for this opportunity. For me, yoga has been so beneficial to my recovery. While I was definitely practicing yoga, but that disconnection was still occurring. Today, I use yoga to reconnect to myself, to that highest self, my character attributes. Practicing this kind of attitude of listening to my body, going deeper into a pose if it feels good, and backing away from a pose if that is what it feels like I need. And taking that mentality into my everyday life, going deeper into a relationship if that's what's feeling good, or backing away, going further into a job, perhaps taking a promotion if it feels good, or leaving a job and looking for a different place of fulfillment. So it really is all about connecting to what you need and aligning your highest self with those needs. So today we're going to be doing a chair yoga class. So please grab a chair. There should be some black folded chairs. We don't want a chair with any arms. And we can take a seat here together. And let's just take a moment to ground here in this chair. So we're grounding our feet into the ground, soles of our feet. And we're grounding into our seats bones here, our sits bones. So you'll feel them pressing into the chair, and I want you to just imagine releasing all your upper body weight into those 2 points in the chair. We tuck our tailbone just slightly here. Rise in your chest, rise in your spine, rolling your shoulders back slightly. You can rest your hands on your thighs here, palms facing up. Shoulders back and down, away from your ears. And again, breathe in. Filling yourself up and breathe out. Grounding, sinking into those 2 sits bones. Breathe in, we grow tall, we extend ourselves. And breathe out. We ground into those 2 sits bones. So take a couple more deep breaths here. Growing tall with each breath. And grounding with each exhale. I'm going to do a little pranayama exercises here. And I want you to begin the Ujjayi Breath. And if you've never done that breath before, we create it by constricting our throat and breathing in and out of our nose. It is a very audible sound, and it's also known as the ocean's breath. We can create this sound by pretending to fog a mirror. Let's do that together. So it's that audible quality we're going for, and that is where the ocean's breath's name comes from. Let's try that again with our mouth closed. And breathe in. I'm not sure if you can pick up the sound that I'm creating through the video, but you should be able to hear yourself and the people beside you. And you can play around with the strength of this Ujjayi breath, finding one that's comfortable for you. We want to be able to breathe in this way, but without holding tension in our shoulders, our abdomen, our glutes. So we begin that Ujjayi breath. And also direct that breath down into the belly. Deep belly, Ujjayi breaths. You can close your eyes, really paying attention to how this feels as you breathe in, filling your lungs, filling your abdomen, and as you exhale. We'll stay here with this Ujjayi breath, really trying to focus with that breath, staying in that moment with that breath for the next minute. Put your hand on your belly to help remind yourself to breathe into the belly. We'll take one more deep breath in and another deep exhale. And you can open your eyes here. I'm going to guide us with some boxed breathing next. So you'll breathe in for 4 seconds, you'll hold your breath for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, and hold your breath again for 4 seconds. I'm going to guide us with counting for 2 rounds, and then I'll guide us simply with inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. Let's get ready. We exhale now together. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, 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 and return to your natural breath. And you can just look around the room here with your head still and notice, has your perspective shifted? Do you feel a little more clear-headed after just breathing a certain way for a couple of minutes? Okay, so in this comfortable position, we're going to begin making some neck circles with our neck. So for this yoga practice, I want you to bring that prana, that vital life force, into every movement. Even though we're sitting here, this can be a very active, very strengthening, very beneficial practice. So make sure we stay connected to our breath with every movement. And as you breathe in, I really want you to imagine filling yourself with that vital life force, filling yourself with energy. And as you exhale, you release any tension, stress, anxiety that you might be holding in your body right now. So we'll just begin with some neck circles sitting here. We breathe in to look up, and we breathe out to circle down and around. And breathe in to look up, and breathe out to circle down and around. Breathe in to look up, breathe out, down and around. And let's circle the other way. We breathe in to look up, breathe out, circling down and around. Breathe in to look up, breathe out, circling down and around. As we're holding our neck here, we can take our hands to the back of our neck for some extra weight, bringing our chin to our chest, shoulders away from our ears. And just breathe here. You might feel this in the back of your neck. You might feel this in your back. It's just a great reminder that our body is connected. Our hands, our fingers, our toes, spine, everything, all the muscles, the tendons, bones, they're connected and are working together for this one whole body. Breathe in, we let go, and look up. We'll also do some shoulder rolls here. Staying connected with your breath as we roll our shoulders forward. Really paying attention to how this feels, slowing down and maybe speeding up. You can close your eyes to really focus in. And we make those rotations the other way, rotating our shoulders back. Once again, slowing it down, closing our eyes. And maybe speeding it up. Ooh, just shake them out at the end there. We'll open our arms, starting with small circles. And we rotate them wider and backwards. We'll start with big, wide circles. And they get smaller. Wonderful. Breathe in, lifting your right hand up. Breathe out, leaning over to your left here. You can use your left hand to grab the outside of your chair or to press into the chair as you lean over. Shoulders away from the ears here. And try to keep both sits bones equally grounded here. Your right cheekbone, your right sits bone is going to want to come up. Use that as a sign that you've bent over too far. And we'll breathe in to come up. Switching our hands, left hand up, right hand on the seat. Breathe out, we bend over to the right. Shoulders away from our ears here, grounding through both sits bones equally. Breathe in to come up. Breathe out to stretch over. Breathe in to come up. Breathe out to stretch over. Breathe in to come up. And we can shake out our shoulders again, sitting here. We'll now play around with our feet, lifting our toes, just the toes. And lifting the whole foot. Staying connected to that breath here. Do you find you're clenching in your shoulders as you do this? In your abdomen, in your glutes? Try to stay loose, comfortable with ease. And lifting our heels. I can feel my calf muscles every time I come onto my tiptoes here. Well done. We'll pick up the right foot, bring the right shin into your hands and into your chest here, as close as you can get here. A little to the right, a little to the left. And we'll lower it back down. We can bring that shin back up. We'll open our left arm out here, holding on with our right hand. And then we open that up too. We're using our abdominals here to hold that leg up. Maybe we lengthen it out and stretch it out here. Grounding through your sits bones. Really using your abdomen here for 3, 2, 1. Ooh, we lower that down. We bring our hands back towards our body here. Okay, once more, we're going to stretch out that right leg. And here I'd like you to do some leg lifts. Can you lift that right thigh up off the chair here using your hip flexor muscles? Just play around with that. And we let it go. You can wiggle around in your chair here. That definitely caused a reaction in my hip flexor muscle for sure. Okay, we'll open that right leg up once more and cross that right ankle just above the left knee, creating a figure 4 shape with your legs. And I want you to ground through both sits bones here. Sits bones, we breathe in, sitting up tall, and we breathe out. You can use the side of your chair for support as you bend forward. When you might begin to feel a stretch on that right glute, that right side hip, as you bend forward here. Breathe in to come up. Breathe out to stretch forward. Breathe in to come up. And we release that right leg down. Well done. Okay, for the left leg, let's interlace our hands around that left shin and bring that left leg up and close to your chest, as close as you can, holding it up here. We pull it in, maybe into the left shoulder, into the right, moving that thigh, that femur bone. And we release it down. Once again, we lift it up. And this time we stretch out our right arm. And then we let go, we stretch out our left arm. We're using our abdominals once again to hold up this left leg. Maybe you can stretch it out straight. You sinking into our sits bones here, really noticing your foot against the ground, using your breath to hold it up for 3, 2, 1. Ooh, and we lower it down. We release our arms. You can do some shoulder rolls here. Well done. We will use our hands against the chair here. Breathe in, lifting that leg out straight again. And I want you to try and lift that thigh, that leg off the chair as you're sitting here. Maybe you bend your knee a little. We'll just do a couple lifts. And release. You're sure to feel that in your hip flexor. Give it a little massage. And once more, we'll straighten out that left leg and cross that left ankle above the right knee this time, creating that figure 4 shape on the other side. Breathe in, grounding through your sits bones, using your hands on the side of the chair. As we breathe out, we begin to fold forward. Grounding our right foot into the ground, into that mat below our feet here. And you might begin to feel a nice stretch on that left glute, that left outer hip. Breathe in to come up. Breathe out, we stretch a little deeper. Breathe in to come up. And breathe out, we release our foot down. Well done. We're going to do some sun salutations here, and I encourage you, if you're able to stand up at any point, please do. So we breathe in, lifting our hands up over our head, or we breathe in, standing up here, hands up over our head. And as we breathe out, whether we're standing or sitting, we fold forward. So if that means we're sitting down, we fold over our legs, or if we're standing, you can bend your knees as much as you need to here, releasing that head, that neck. Same as if you're in that chair, releasing that head and that neck. And we'll breathe in once again if you're standing or sitting, and you're going to lift your body parallel to the ground, reaching the top of the head towards the wall. Again, if you're standing, we breathe in, lifting up our body parallel to the ground, reaching our head towards the side of the wall, bending the knees as much as you need to. And breathe out, we release back into forward fold, whether you're standing or sitting. And breathe in, lifting our hands up over our head, whether we're standing or sitting. And as we breathe out, we put our hands together in front of our hearts. And breathe. You might feel your head rush a little bit with the blood moving around if you're not used to going into forward fold. And we're going to do that again. I'm going to stay here in my chair, but again, if you'd like to stand up at any point, please do. You've got that chair for support at any time that you need it. So we breathe in, lifting our hands up over our head. We breathe out, folding forward. We breathe in, lifting up halfway, shoulders away from the ears. Try to get that stomach off your thigh. Can you bring your stomach towards your spine, engaging those abdominals? Breathe out, we fold forward. Breathe in, lifting your hands up over your head. Breathe out, hands together in front of your chest, in front of your heart. Well done. And I want you to just really feel your feet connected to the ground here. You can lift your toes a couple times just to ground through your soles, the soles of your feet. Press your thumbs into your chest here in front of your heart, grounding through your sits bones. Breathe in. Imagining as you breathe in that you're soaking in that grounding, nourishing earth energy up your body, filling you up completely to the top of your head. And as you exhale, you release stress, anxiety, tension in your body down into the ground. And once again, let's imagine as we breathe in, soaking up that grounding, nourishing earth energy, filling us up completely. And as we exhale, releasing any fears, blocks, anxiety, tension down into the ground. Breathe in, opening your eyes. We're gonna get into some warrior positions here. We'll sit back into our chair, taking the right foot, opening it up. And notice how I'm going to slide my right thigh back as I open up my left foot here, coming into a warrior two. In warrior two, your right heel is in the middle of your left arch. So your legs are on one line and you're very supported. Your thigh is very supported here on the chair. You're trying to tuck that tailbone slightly and you'll feel your muscles engage here as you tuck that tailbone. You might even, I don't know if I can, I need to take off my socks, sorry, to show this. But you can even come up from that warrior two and see if you're able to hold yourself up yourself or use that chair for support. And when we're comfortable, we open up our arms, looking over that right arm, that right hand with a soft gaze. Grounding through the feet, really feel your feet pressing into the ground and feel the muscles in your legs engage when you do that. You're using your muscles here. Breathe in, right hand up, left hand to left thigh. Breathe out, leaning back slightly, just a slight back bend here. Take a breath in as we're back bending. Breathe out, we come into warrior two. Breathe in, right forearm to right thigh, left hand up over your head. Shoulders away from the ears for side ankle pose. You could be looking at the ground, you could be looking up at the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, we come all the way back up into warrior two. Breathe out, we release, bringing that left leg in, that right leg in. Well done. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So we take a seat here, sitting back, we open up that left leg, we step that right leg back and simultaneously shimmy back on that left thigh, putting it in a place where it is supported by that chair. And we're going for warrior two here. So my left heel is in the middle of my right arch. We're kind of on one line here. Tuck that tailbone and you might bring your actual body up off the chair for a couple moments here. Or you might bring it back down to be supported. We can open up our arms, rolling our shoulders back, and we're gonna look over that left hand with a soft gaze here, breathing. Paying attention to our feet, pressing into the ground here. Breathe in, left hand up, right hand to right thigh. Breathe out, leaning back slightly. Breathing here. Breathe in, coming back up to warrior two. Breathe out, left forearm to left thigh, right hand up and over for extended side angle. You can be looking up at the ceiling here, maybe down on the ground. Feel, notice your feet against the mat here. You're lifting through your body here, using your muscles to hold you up. Breathe in, coming back to warrior two. Breathe out, we release our warrior two, shimmying back into a seated position. Well done. From here, we're going to do a chair pose. So you can stay in your chair, lifting your hands up over your head. Or you can come to the edge of your chair here, really just barely sitting on the chair and putting more pressure on your body, on your legs, on your muscles to hold you up. Or you can stand up here, hovering above your chair. So we've got a couple options here. We're really sticking our booty out, arching our backs, shoulders away from our ears as we breathe in. As we breathe out. If you're in chair pose, you want to be able to see your toes here. You might have to bring your knees back a little bit. Breathing in and breathing out. From here, we can take our right foot and cross it over the left foot, whether you're standing or whether you're sitting in your chair pose for an eagle pose. So we're staying here in our eagle pose. Maybe we take the right arm under the left arm, and maybe we wrap them together if we're able to, bringing those elbows up in line with our shoulders. So again, we may be in our chair doing this pose. Breathing. Engaging your abdominals no matter where you are. If you're sitting, we're grounding through those seat bones here. If we're standing, we're really using our breath. We're simultaneously pressing and pulling our legs together and apart for 3, 2, 1. Wherever we are, we release slowly with awareness. Well done. Let's breathe in and out. Let's take a couple breaths here. Getting ready to do chair pose and eagle pose on the other side. We breathe in, lifting our hands up over our head. We breathe out, maybe standing up into that chair or staying seated in that chair. And we can take that left leg, bringing it over the right leg, whether we're standing or sitting. We can take that left arm under the right arm, maybe bringing our hands together if we can. And we bring those elbows up in line with our shoulders and breathe. If you're standing, you can even wrap that leg all the way around. Or if we're sitting. And we're engaging our abdominals here. Staying connected to our breath, simultaneously pressing and pulling our limbs together and apart. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we release slowly with awareness. And we can shake it out. Maybe some neck circles here. Some shoulder rolls forward. Some shoulder rolls backwards. Well done. From here, I'd like you to stand up. And we're going to turn our chair around. Or you can walk behind your chair. And we're just going to breathe into some downward dogs here, modified downward dogs. So in downward dog, I'll just show you the way we would do it on the mat. So we release through the head and the neck, and we're lifting our thighs towards our low belly, our tailbone up to the ceiling. But we're not going to be doing that, although we want that same effect in the back. So we come to the chair and we release our head, our neck, through our shoulders here. We release. And we breathe. Breathe in, step forward to come up, and maybe we go a little further. We can bring our hands to a lower level and release our head, our neck to the floor. Maybe we even play around with touching the floor. Your choice. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And we release, rolling ourselves up slowly but surely. Well done. Oh, excuse me. We'll come back to our chair. And take a seat. Hold on. We'll breathe in, lifting our hands up over our head. Breathe out, bringing your hand, your right hand to your left thigh, your left hand to the back of the chair here. We're going to do a low spinal twist. So we breathe in, looking forward. We breathe out, looking over our left shoulder here, twisting. Breathe in, looking forward. Breathe out, twisting. Breathe in, we lift our hands up over our head. Breathe out, left hand to right thigh, right hand behind us. And we look over that right shoulder. Breathe in, coming forward. Breathe out, looking over that right shoulder. Breathe in, looking forward. Breathe out. Breathe in, releasing. Breathe out, doing some movement in your spine here that feels good. We're going to do some cat-cows next. Sitting down here. So you might want to move to the middle of your seat, and we're going to breathe in. You can have your hands on your thighs here. We breathe in, rolling our shoulders back, bringing our chest forward, really sticking our belly out for cow pose. Looking up slightly. We breathe out, curling, really coming onto our tailbone here. Putting our chin to our chest, arching that spine as we exhale. And as we inhale, we bring our chest forward, shoulders back, looking up. And as we exhale, we arch our back slowly. Breathing in, we bring that shoulder. Exaggerate these emotions, these movements as much as you can here. And really pay attention to how this feels in your body. Can you notice your spine, your vertebrae, how they're all connected? And as you inhale next, we'll come up to a neutral spine here. Just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We'll look to the left here, to the right, to the left, to the right. As we breathe, we'll look up and down, up and down. And close your eyes. We'll come to a neutral position. And I want you to look your eyes up so that you feel a little bit of a pressure that you're building here. I want you to breathe in. Stick your tongue out. And we're going to sigh. And I want this to be really dramatic. The more you're into it, the more of a release that it is. So we breathe in, looking up, 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 up. And as we breathe out, we stick out our tongue and sigh. Breathe in once more, looking up, 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 up. As we sigh, we stick out our tongue. Release it all, breathe in. And as we sigh, we look up, we stick out our tongue. And we breathe in. So we're gonna get into our Shavasana position here. So just lean back into the chair. You can bring your neck maybe down to your chest here, in a position that's comfortable and that you're resting. You may shimmy your bottom closer to the edge of the seat. You may move your legs a little. Find a place where you can rest here. We're just going to come into stillness. We'll be here for a little longer. If you find the position isn't working, you can always bring your neck back up or adjust in a way that you need. Practicing giving ourselves what we need on the mat, and that will follow us into the rest of our lives, into the rest of the day. If your mind wanders here in your Shavasana, just bring it back again and again to this moment, to the breath. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. This time is so important that you're spending on yourself, and will only allow you to show up for the rest of your day, the rest of your life, with more presence, awareness, and purpose. And open your eyes. And wiggle your fingers and your toes here. Seat yourselves up in a more firm upright position. You bring your hands to your forehead here, and we're going to end with 3 chants of Om. If you're feeling courageous, please join me. We breathe in together. Breathe in. Breathe in. Namaste. And Namaste is simply the highest version of me, acknowledging that in all of you. I've been in my low version for far too long, and I am so happy to meet you from this place today. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you next week. See ya.